Again, everybody, and welcome to the 2019 Amateur Long Drive Championship here at Barefoot Resort and Golf in Myrtle Beach, alongside the 2017 Masters Long Drive Champion, our good friend Jeff Crittenden. What's important here? Ball speed, flight, muscles, upper chest.
Well, today's going to be ball speed and spin rates. Whoever has the best ball speed and the best spin rates is going to win this, hands down.
You have given tips to a lot of long drive players. What kind of tip would you give before the competition begins? And then if you see somebody concentrating too hard, how do you bring them down or bring them back up?
Well, you got to be, when you're on the tee, you got to be relaxed. You got to have fun. If you're not having fun, if you're taking it as a job, it's going to be tough to compete. You need to relax, make a good swing, stay inside yourself, and not worry about ball speeds. Just do what you can do.
Weather a factor, right? We've got some rain forecast, so keeping the grips dry, keeping the feet on the ground, that could be an issue too.
Oh, absolutely. We're talking about lots of rain. Hopefully we can get it in. Yes, it's going to be a tough event, and whoever wins is going to be very impressive.
Back right after this. With our good friend Dave Ginevro, General Manager here at Barefoot Resort and Golf. I know this resort was born back in 2000, but tell us the story of the next 18 years.
Oh wow, it's been a great story. Back in 2000, the Puglia family opened 4 golf courses simultaneously, and it's the first time anybody in the United States have ever done that. And out of the gate, it was quite a challenge. But as we've moved forward, the courses have flourished. You know, they've matured over the years, and many awards throughout the time that we've been open. And it's just a great place to come and go on a golf vacation.
4 different golf courses. What makes Barefoot different from some of the other golf destinations around Myrtle Beach?
Well, I think you maybe just answered your own question. It's 4 great golf courses. Greg Norman, Davis Love III, Tom Fazio, and Pete Dye. Names that are well known in the golfing world. And you come one place and play all 4 golf courses, and you're seeing 4 different tracks. Each morning you tee it up, and it's enjoyable, and the uniqueness of each one makes you want to come back and play again.
And to be honest, Dave, one of the things that I've noticed here at Barefoot is excellent practice facilities.
Yes, we have a 30-acre range here, lighted range, a great place to host a long drive tournament, and we're excited to do that again this year. But we have 30 acres with 13 target greens, a putting green, a chipping green, and a couple bunkers, and we have about 5.5 acres of tee box, which gives a lot of room for a lot of people to practice.
And with 4 courses and great practice facilities like this, besides the amateur long drive that we're here for this week, you host a lot of other great golfing events.
Yes, we have. We've hosted the Monday after the Masters tournament at the Dye Club 17 years in a row now. It's the largest single-day charity golf tournament run in South Carolina. We ran the Golf Channel Big Break Myrtle Beach back in 2015, which was a great opportunity and a lot of exposure for the resort. Canadian Tour events, we've heard Hooters Tour events, NCAA events, a lot of great events that we enjoy running year after year.
And jumping the gun ever so slightly, I know that we've already made plans for 2020.
Yes, we have. The great team of the World Amateur Long Drive event, we talked last week, and we made sure we already have this penciled in for next year. And once we get through this year's event, we'll start looking towards next year.
And speaking personally and firsthand, I get a second crack at that chicken pot pie soup that was delicious today. Dave, great job. We look forward to seeing you again next year.
Thank you very much, Jim.
Welcome back to the 2019 Amateur Long Drive right here at Barefoot Resort and Golf in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Presented by MyrtleBeachGolf.com and Short Par 4. Don't forget, friends, the hitters compete for the longest drive at the John Daly's Grip It and Sip It Tee Box. Official yardage is shot by Loopold Golf, the most accurate rangefinder in the game. Probably my new best friend here at the Amateur Long Drive is my new friend Far from Canada. I think I've got Canadian blood. I grew up in Toledo. I played hockey. I love hockey, right? So I'm coming to see my neighbors from the north. But tell us about why this event is so special to you guys up north.
This is the first time Team Canada has been at the Amateur Long Drive World Championships. We just started in Canada this season. This is our first season, and we have a contingent of 21 hitters over 7 divisions.
You've got 21 hitters, men and women.
And youth
and to be honest, there are about 75 red and maple leaf flags running around here, right? I mean, you've got the strongest support of any contingent here.
We have the entire country.
Yeah,
we have the entire country. Yeah, we have 45 people here supporting. It's amazing. We have men, women, junior, youth, and senior men, and super senior men.
So if people see this in Canada, how do they qualify for the 2020 Amateur Long Drive?
We have 2 series going on right now, one in the GTA and one in Alberta, out in Calgary, run by Dan McIntosh, and then the GTA series out run by me and Brian Vine. And I tell you, all you have to do is show up, because you show up and you learn. What's happened in the past in Canada, we haven't had the opportunity to play in long drive. Now we have events. We have events that are accessible. We have a competitor in the adaptive division as well. So we have competitors and we have events. Having events makes it really easy to be able to qualify. So come out to an event.
What's the most fun that you guys have had here in Myrtle Beach so far that you can tell us about?
Yeah, I think for us the most fun is having an opportunity to hit against some of the world's best amateurs. That's what it's all about. You know, you can be great in your hometown, you can be great in your home province, but when you're out here on the world stage, having the opportunity to compete against the world's best, to see how you fare, that's what makes this really incredible.
How about bad weather like today? Hard for them to hang on because the grips are wet, sometimes the feet are slipping out from under them?
Yeah, I mean, it's not minus 60 and snowing. So this is perfect. We're in short sleeves and we're in shorts. So a little bit of rain, oh well. The humidity may be a little bit hard to handle, but it's the same conditions for everybody, so we're good.
And after the competition, there's an ice cold one. Are you missing Labatt's or Molson's at all?
Yeah, I mean, the beer flavored water here is okay, but the Canadian beer certainly is, something that maybe fuels us a little.
We hope to see you, Far, and your team next year right back here in Myrtle Beach.
We will be here.
Eh?
Loud and proud, eh?
Eh?
Excellent. Thank you so much.
If you're here at the Amateur Long Drive, it is hard to miss this shirt, One Shot Power Shop, because you've got, 5, 6, 8, 10? How many competitors are you teaching, Bobby Peterson?
Oh, Lord, I don't even have a number on it, to be honest with you, Jim. I try to help everybody. Anybody that asks a question, I'm going to try to give them the truthful answer and see how it plays out.
You're actually we've kidded around a lot this week and we've had a lot of fun, but you are a great teacher. What's the most fun aspect of teaching long drive competitors?
Oh, to see people get better. That's the one thing. You know, with an individual sport on that tee box, everybody's kind of doing their own thing, trying to find it. And golf is such a fun sport, and driving a golf ball, there's so many different ways of doing it. Seeing a person actually work hard and then bring it to the tee box and succeed is probably the funnest part.
If you had some advice to pass along to the amateurs that are here in Myrtle Beach, right?
Yeah.
What would it be? Because you know the professional side of it, and they work hard and work harder.
Yeah.
What advice would you pass along to all of the amateurs that want to get better in long drive?
So the biggest thing is learn. To get out there and study other guys, ladies that have had success. See what's working for them. Try to put it in your game. If it works for you, keep it. If it doesn't, I always say flush it, get rid of it. But don't be afraid to experiment, because there's so many unique styles and ways that you can accomplish success. But there's only one that'll work for you, and that's yours.
What's the most frustrating aspect of trying to teach long drive?
Probably time. I don't seem to get enough time working with people. They come in and you get a lot of people that want, can I get an hour lesson? I really don't know what you can learn in an hour. I mean, I've spent 26 years trying to learn this, and it's not matrix. I can't just plug in and dump the information in your head.
If somebody wants to tap into the information in your head and One Stop Power Shop, how do they find Bobby Peterson?
Oh, we can go to websites, ospsgolf.com. We have a training video on there. We actually do some boot camps. We started some workshops with the ALD, which is a great organization. I mean, if you don't have farm clubs, how do you get to the professional level? So you got to have this so people can find out where they're at, how to get the equipment, how to get the training, how to learn the skill, and then adapt it to their style, and then bring it to the tee and be able to put it in play. A lot of people can make a free throw, but can they do it with 1 second on the clock and you're down by one? And that little pressure bug will get you over there.
You are good. It's been a pleasure. I hope to see you back here 2020, all right?
Yes, sir. But I'll be here if you are.
Bobby Peterson. And you know that Howie Long haircut? It's coming back.
Howie Long stole that from me. No, I didn't.
Welcome back to the 2019 Amateur Long Drive here at Barefoot Resort and Golf in Myrtle Beach, presented by MyrtleBeachGolf.com and Short Par 4. They got the best team here at the Long Drive Championships. All right, bring it down. Kelly is qualified, right? What was the easiest or the hardest part of qualifying?
Hitting the grid,
Because?
the wind.
What got you into Long Drive in the first place?
My friends,
What's the best part of being on Team Canada here?
the camaraderie ship.
There's none with this group.
No,
Is there any Labatt's or Molson left?
Coors.
Best of luck. And
Thank
hope
you.
to see you next year. Swing on over to Will, who's also qualified for the finals. What got you into Long Drive in the first place?
Just hitting a long ball, and I wanted to compete doing it. So,
What's the most fun you have?
when you hit the center of the face and crush a good one out there. So, yeah.
What's the hardest part?
Hardest part? Yeah, hitting the grid. Yeah, dealing with the conditions.
And how about with the wet conditions? All right, the footing is wet, the grips are wet.
Yeah, just try to keep everything dry. Make sure you have a good footing. Dry off the balls, dry off the club face, everything. So. Yeah.
Did you guys all have fun? We'll see you next year in 2020. Team Canada, a major factor here at the 2019 Amateur Long Drive Championship, right? And good luck in the Stanley Cup to everybody's team. Back with our tournament director extraordinaire and part of the brains behind this entire operation of the Amateur Long Drive here, and a very successful year number 3. But the one thing about golf, it's played outdoors. Sometimes you'll play it indoors.
Sometimes you will. You know, we started out outdoors here. We knew there was a chance of rain throughout the tournament schedule. We battled the elements Thursday and Friday and squeegeed the tee box off a half dozen times and managed to get some play in those days. To get back here to the final day, though, it was a complete washout outside. Thankfully, we have a simulator indoors here at Barefoot Golf and Resort, and we're able to bring the entire finish of this tournament indoors and complete it on an even field for everyone.
One of the things, honestly, that has impressed me since I've been here, the spirit of the competitors, the people that are here to support the event, and bringing it indoors did not dampen the spirits whatsoever.
No, I'll tell you what, we have an incredible team at Amateur Long Drive. We really do. I'm so proud of everybody here. Brian, Jaron, Dustin, Critter, everybody that helped put this thing together. All the volunteers, we had a massive number of volunteers. People don't realize what it takes to do this kind of thing. There were 88 volunteer spots that we had to fill to make this tournament happen.
You ready to get back to the action?
Let's do it.
Let's get at it. Back for the 2019 Amateur Long Drive here at Barefoot Resort and Golf in Myrtle Beach, presented by MyrtleBeachGolf.com and Short Par 4. First up in the finals, the 44-year Pepper Pot from the Canadian team, Ontario, just outside of Kitchener, Kelly Rudney, 44 years of age. Crit, no wind, no conditions.
This is perfect for long drive. It's all about ball speed and spin.
So this is the first of 6 in the finals, a little inhale.
Yes, this should be a good match.
Time to exhale.
Absolutely.
Now the gal that got interested in long drive because of the social aspect into the finals and the first one.
First one's going down the grid on the left side. We're going to have a number. I don't think she's going to be happy with it, but she's hit the grid. Goal 1 is done.
Very important, though, in the grid. 243 and change.
It's always good to get the first one in. Gives you confidence. Frees up the swing. Now she can go at it.
Jeff, the importance now in the finals, spin rate, club head speed, talk about that.
Yeah, these players are looking for a solid hit. They want a spin rate somewhere around 2,000, ladies maybe 2,200. Anything higher than that, this computer's going to pick it up, and the ball's going to fall out of the sky.
Ball number 3.
This one looks like it's hit well. It's going down the left side. And it is bouncing and bouncing. We have 258 yards.
258.37. 258.37 for the gal whose fondest golfing memory is meeting Mr. Arnold Palmer.
I met Arnold Palmer for the first time down at Bay Hill. He actually sat down and had lunch with me. I thought it was the coolest thing.
Arnold played in the exhibition for champions at St. Andrews in 2015, played holes 1 and 2 out, 17 and 18 in, and I got a hug on the 18th green from Mr. Palmer. Ball number 4 for Kelly Rudnick.
It is hit well. This is going to be her best one so far. It's rolling down the grid.
283.02, right?
Yes, 283 yards, .02.
Beating by almost 15 yards her third ball. 2 are left here in the women's finals. Kelly Rudney from Ontario near Kitchener. 277, Jeff, in the semis. So she's bettered that one now by 6 yards and change.
Yeah, I think 283 is going to be a good number for her. Let's see if she can top it on her 5th shot here. This one's hit down the grid, but is not going to top the 283 ball.
You could kind of see from her reaction, she dropped the right arm down like, where's that one going, and what did I do on the swing?
Yes.
All right, this is it. Ball number 6, 283, the number to beat. It's her number. Kelly Rudney, known as Rapid Fire Rudney.
This one's going down the right side of the grid. I don't know, her reaction doesn't seem to be too happy, and it just bounces out of bounds.
As Bob Uecker would say, just a bit outside.
Yes, but I think she's very happy with 283. I think that's a good number. Oh, she has one more ball. We had a bad reading on one of the calls from the computer, so she gets to redo the 6th ball.
All right, ball number 6 again, but 283.02 is still the number to beat. For our contestant in the final, Natalia Fletcher, she'll be next. We talked about her favorite memory in the game of golf, meeting Mr. Palmer. Her fantasy 5, Arnold, Sam Snead, Ben Hogan, Greg Norman, and her dad.
Oh, she's liking this one. It's right down the middle and rolling past 270, 275, getting close to, stops just short of 280.
So after the one computer glitch, 283.02 on ball number 4. That's the number to beat, and you can hear the Canadian team here in their Canadian and Maple Leaf logoed shirts.
Yes, there's a strong Canadian crowd here. Very much of a team, very much rooting for their teammates.
Welcome back to the 2019 Amateur Long Drive right here at Barefoot Resort and Golf in Myrtle Beach, presented by MyrtleBeachGolf.com and Short Par 4. Kelly Rudney, the 44-year-old from Canada, 283.02, the number to beat. Natalia Fletcher out of Evansville, Indiana, 35 years of age.
I decided to pursue long drive because I wanted to get golf back into my life and I wanted to compete. Early this spring, I talked to some friends. I heard a lot of great things about long drive, how much fun it is, how many friends you meet. It's casual, it's exciting. So I've been preparing for a long drive by working with my trainer, building strength, stability, at home, yoga, working on flexibility, and then going to the driving range. Outside of golf, I'm normally hanging out with my husband Paul and our 2 puppies, Bella and TJ. My goals for a long drive at this point are just kind of keeping an open mind. As long as I'm having fun, I'm going to continue to push myself and see how far I can go.
She got started in the game of golf because of her dad, Rick Parker. Started in the game of golf when she was 6, and here we go. 283.02, the number to beat to win the 2019 Amateur Long Drive Women's Championship. Ball number 1.
Now, Natalia has a classic golf swing. She's been playing golf for a long time. It's a really good fundamental-based swing, and the first ball's coming down the grid right about now.
Been playing golf, Crit, for about 26 years.
Oh, this first one looks good. It's going right down the middle. It is going by 270, 275, almost. That's a good start.
Great warm-up ball, 273.01, 273.01 for the gal who got started in the game of golf and long drive because of the challenge, the quality time that she got to spend with her dad, and because of long drive, she said, Natalia does, because I like to smash hit it. Speaking of smash hitting, Crit, where does it go?
This one's going right down the middle. It's bouncing. It is approaching 270, and I think it's going to end up just a little short. But 2 balls in the grid right off the bat. The swing looks good. The nerves have worked out. I think she's going to give us some runs at that 282 ball.
283.02, the number to beat by Kelly Rudney from Team Canada. Ball number 3 for Natalia Fletcher.
We have another one going down the right side of the grid. This one's looking good. Bouncing. It's rolling out. It's going to be really close. Oh, 281.7.
281.7. 2 yards shy of winning the championship, and just 3 balls are left. Up, she came off that right foot a little bit, Crit.
Yep, but it's heading right down the grid, right where the last one went. And it's bouncing, and it's getting past 273, reaching to just a little short.
Hard to beat 283 when you come off that right foot. Did it slip? Could you tell?
It did look like she got a little excited and tried to swing too hard. Yeah, might have slipped on that back foot.
This is the 5th ball. It's in the grid, but will it beat 283? Natalia Fletcher.
This is a low runner going right down the middle. And it's rolling and going, and it's also going to come up just slightly short.
So this is it. 1 ball. She's got to beat 283 or oh, Canada.
And going right down the middle. She seems to like it, and she's screaming at it in here.
Gave it her all. Came off the right foot.
It is going to be close. Go! It is.
She's got it.
She got it.
On the very last ball, Natalia Fletcher out of Evansville, Indiana.
6 for 6 in the grid with the last one winning it. What an amazing performance.
How about that on ball number 6?
292.
By almost 10 yards. 9 yards on ball number 6 for the gal who was inspired by her coach Diane, whose best part of the game, she says, is her 3rd putt. So we'll sell her Jeff and Brian's Zeus marketing book, How to Assume the Correct Stance While Lining Up Your 4th Putt. Natalia says her greatest thrill in golf up until winning this championship has been a fist bump by Phil Mickelson. Her ideal fivesome, Mr. Mickelson, Charles Barkley, Bill Murray, and her dad. But there is your 2019 women's champion, 35 years young, Natalia Fletcher from Evansville, Indiana. We'll come back and crown our champion right after this. We're back with our women's champion, Natalia Fletcher, who did it on the very last ball. Have to ask you, after the first five, what were you thinking going into the last ball? Because you don't have a lot of time to reset.
No, and I mean, she put a good number out there, and I knew I had to take a big swing at it, and I just tried to pump myself up as much as possible, and it happened.
I saw you come out of the right foot a little bit. Was that to put a little extra oomph into it?
I think at that point I kind of stopped thinking and just let my body do what it wanted to do, and it just kind of happened.
Didn't have time to think about it, right?
No.
You knew you had it?
I think when I hit it, it felt pretty pure, and yeah, I felt good about it.
What do you like most personally about the long drive competition? What does it mean to you?
I mean, it's just fun. I've already made so many friends. This is my first time ever doing this, and I've met so many great people. And yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Yeah.
There's a great little girl over there. Scotty Pierman's daughter has been watching, right? Yeah. What advice would you give to her if she wanted to grow up and be just like you and compete and win in long drive?
Just believe you can do it, because I mean, it's mental. Your body can do it. You just got to believe in yourself and make it happen.
You coming back next year to defend?
I think I should.
I think you should. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
The 2019 Women's Long Drive Champion, Natalia Fletcher.
Thank you.
So Natalia Fletcher is our women's champion, the men's championship straight ahead, but Jeff with a very important announcement for next year.
Yeah, absolutely true. We're coming right back here to Barefoot Resort and Golf next year for the fourth tournament. August 13th, 14th, and 15th. We'll be right back here, man.
Great venue, great hospitality, and a great international contingent. And you expect maybe some more international players besides Team Canada?
Yeah, we can say officially there will be players from India here next year, as well as some other countries that we expect to come into ALD over the next few months.
And if you get Russia, das vidanya.
Yeah, whatever that means.
With the very first amateur long drive champion, Mr. Mark Lawrence from Roy, Utah. We just found out I'm from Park City, so we could have gone to the airport together.
Yep, but you were too lazy to pick us up. So
exactly, and too cheap.
Yeah, you do what you got to do. You got to get through the day.
So rumor has it, Mark, you got interested in long drive 3 years ago. What first drew you to the sport?
You know, first it's the act of violence that was really cool, but then the act of the people that you meet when you do it. That's the whole thing behind all this. We've met people that now we hang out with from other states that we meet when we go places and go to dinner and things like that. That's what makes it fun. That's the whole background of this game.
Talking to some of the long drivers here, they say the toughest aspect of the sport is the mental aspect. Does that ring true for you?
Look at me. You know my mental game's off. That's the whole thing. If your mental state's right, it's great. The nerves get you. Once the nerves get you, you're done.
How about a young Mark Lawrence? If somebody is out there and watching this television program and he or she wanted to get into long drive, what advice would you give that little Mark Lawrence or Marie Lawrence out there?
Enjoy it. Have fun with it. You have to enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, why do it? You go out to the range and you're hitting balls after balls after. If you're not having a good time doing it, there's no reason to do it. Just have a good time doing it.
So we've crowned our champion in the women's division. Time now for the 2019 Amateur Long Drive right here at Barefoot Resort and Golf in Myrtle Beach, presented by MyrtleBeachGolf.com and the short par 4. It's the men's finals championship. To crown our champion here, Will Cashin will hit number 2. Scotty Perlman, the 34-year-old out of Greensboro, North Carolina, hits number 1.
I decided to pursue long drive once I knew that I'd been hitting the ball further than most everybody I've played against. I've always hit it a long ways, a lot further than most. So I knew that I had a special skill that not many people had. I remember watching it on TV and saying, I can hit it pretty far, so I might be able to do that. My goal is to win the World Championship. I think anything less would not be something that would make me happy. And I've worked hard, I've worked out, I've been at the range, relentless. I feel like I'm ready. My youngest son, he's our warrior. He was born 3.5 months early, 1 pound 9 ounces. He is the toughest person I know. He is 15 months old now. He has survived 5 surgeries, all before the age of 6 months. He's the reason I wear purple in every one of my competitions. He's the logo. He's my arrow. He's my warrior. God has something worked out for me, and it's my turn that I've sacrificed enough. I'm very blessed.
Scotty, who Jeff Crittenden knows very well, started out the game of golf at the age of 12. What do you like, Jeff, about his long drive when he sets up, when he hits the ball?
He's a golfer. His golfing game looks like his long drive swing, just a lot faster. He is the fastest we have here competing.
You know when he's nervous or not. What kind of sense do you get here as we approach ball number 1?
I believe he's nervous.
Scotty Pierman.
He said about 3 words to me so far.
Hit it long might be 3 good ones.
His first one's found the grid.
.381.42. Is that check?
That is check. That's a good start. Always good to get the first one in the grid. Now he can work on that and build.
A deep breath, a little exhale. Can you tell, is the grip tight? Does that tell you anything at all, Jeff?
Yeah, we have a misread on the on his last ball, but yes, I think it's going to take him a couple swings to kind of get into the groove. His best balls have come late in the sets, around 5 and 6 this whole week. So I think he needs to work his nerves out, and I think he'll do well.
So to your keen eye, this is ball number 1 because of the mishit, or ball number 2?
This is ball number 2.
That's out.
Ball number 2 is out right of the grid. So with Scotty, we've worked a little bit on his shoulders. His shoulders were a little quick through impact, so we worked on getting him to keep his shoulders back, which helps his golf path and lets him release the club into the ball.
Fondest memory in the game of golf for Scotty Pierman, one and only double eagle that he hit. Wanted to be a professional baseball player. Here he is in the 2019 World Amateur Long Drive.
Yeah, it's funny. I met Scotty playing baseball in an over 35 league in Greensboro. And he mentioned to me that he might be interested in doing long drive.
Look at the setup and the shoulders.
This ball's right down the middle. I have no emotion from Scotty if it's good or not. And it's a good one. I think we're approaching 390, 389.
388 and change. 388 and change on ball number 3. Fourth ball for the man that said the best golf tip he's ever been given was by Crit himself. Don't fall in love with the numbers. What does that mean, Jeff?
when he first started, he loved looking at how fast he could swing, what the ball speed was. And I said, there's never been anyone won a tournament by looking at ball speed or swing speed. Got to get it in the grid and got to hit it well.
Ball number 4, like ball number 2, out 388, the high number posted. Still to come, of course, Will Cashin here in the finals, the 28-year-old out of St. Thomas, Ontario. 5th ball now for the Greensboro, North Carolina resident.
Okay, 5th ball's on the way, and he's walking after. He's walking and yelling. This could be a good one.
He's in mid-stride. Hit it hard.
And it's rolling, still rolling, still rolling, still rolling. And the number is 394.45. He is improving.
394.45 by 6 yards. He bettered his 3rd ball. This then, friends, ball number 6 for the man who said this tournament would be even better with a tailwind and, oh yes, air conditioning. Thank you, Perlman.
Any tournament would be better with air conditioning. Oh, he's yelling at it and walking it off.
And flexing those guns.
This could be the best. It is still going, still going.
294, the number to beat. That's his number.
And it didn't release. It hit and kind of checked up.
The crowd's reaction. So, Scotty Pierman, 394.45 on ball number 5 in the long drive championship.
I think if I was in this position, I'd be feeling good. I think that's a good ball. Let's see what Will can do.
Back with Will Cashin then after this. A great week here in Myrtle Beach. The hitters competing for the longest drive at the John Daly's Grip It and Sip It tee box, and the official yardages shot by Loopold Golf, the most accurate rangefinder in the game. Jeff Critton is alongside. The men's finals, 294.45 by Scotty Pierman, the 34-year-old out of Greensboro, North Carolina, the number to beat. And they're wearing that maple leaf out of Canada. St. Thomas, Ontario, the 28-year-old Will Cashin, our second and last competitor before we crown our men's champion here at Myrtle Beach. The Canadians on their feet. The Americans, they've already posted 394.45. Here we go.
Yes, Will has had a great summer. He has won just about every event he competed in this year. So I have feelings he has high expectations from this event.
Ball number 1 for the man that started out in the game of golf at the age of 9. If it hangs on, it's a pretty good hit. Sliding to the right.
And it's off the grid.
Will tells us his favorite indulgence is beer and potato chips. That sounds like our public address announcer, Jared.
Yes. Okay, the second one, it's heading down the right side. It's also going OB. I think he's working out some nerves here in the finals. I think he's gonna get another ball or two, and then he's gonna find his groove.
Jared, by the way, the man on the microphone all week for the qualifying and the event, one of the best in the business. Energized. I've never seen a guy at the top of his game 3 straight days in a row. Fantastic. This one in the grid.
Right down the middle.
394, the number to beat. Won't be anywhere near it.
No, it's going to come up short. But I do agree, Jared is one of the best in the business at what he does.
Got to find a way to draw his personality out. He's always quiet and shy and reserved, right, Crit?
Yeah, you never know he's in the room.
Ever. Ball number 4 now for the St. Thomas, Ontario native.
This one's right down the middle.
Got to hang on.
It's landing now. He does not look excited, and it's going to come up short. Somewhere about 356, 55.
Fourth shot, 3 balls are left to beat 394.
This is actually his 5th shot.
2 balls to beat 394.
Oh, he's walking after this one, and he's screaming at it, and I think he likes it.
394, the number to beat.
Landing now.
Needs a big roll.
It's bouncing. I think it's coming up just short.
So we're down to the 6th and final ball for Will Cashin, the 28-year-old. Ideal foursome. Couple of big hitters. Tiger Woods, John Daly, Mark Wahlberg, and Adam Sadler.
I like that foursome.
The first 2 were long hitters.
Yeah.
394, he didn't get it.
The ball's going to, I don't think he did. He wasn't happy with it. It still hasn't landed on the grid yet. Nope, that's way short.
So 394.45 for the man from Greensboro, North Carolina, but a great effort for Will Cashin and a great representation by an outstanding Canadian team. We'll be back with the winners after this. Back with Family Pierman, right? The winner on ball number 5, Scotty. What did you think about when you were hitting that 5th ball? Because you only had 2 to go to win the championship.
Well, I knew I had one about 380, and that is catchable. So I was a little nervous, to be honest. I've been nervous the whole time. So
you're still nervous?
I am nervous.
The only one here not nervous is Xander. I met him earlier today. Congratulations to you and Dad. How's this going? Let's talk to Caitlin. How do you feel about your dad winning?
I'm really happy. I'm really excited.
Did you give him a kiss and a hug before the tournament started?
Yes.
How about after he won?
Yes.
So what's the most fun about long drive for you?
Not having to putter chip. That's probably one of my weakest, so that's why I don't play golf. I love hitting it far. It's what I'm good at, and hopefully get better at it.
We got a special young man here. I got to meet your wife and Xander earlier, but tell us a little bit about Xander.
Well, he is the reason that we're here today. He's the reason I wear purple every day for preemies.
He's got the personality. He's got your personality too, Caitlin. Do you want to come back next year?
Yes, definitely.
Are you going to the pizza party? The correct answer is yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Scotty, congratulations. You got a great family, and we hope to see you back here.
Thank you. Look forward to coming back. Thank you. Thank you to Brian, to Jeff Gilder, everybody, all the sponsors. Thank you for all you've done. This is not possible to give a platform for people to grow, to learn how to do long drive. There's no other way to learn it. It's hard to just start being a pro. So this is a good learning experience, a good place to start. So thank you, Brian, Jeff, Jaron, everybody that has put us on here at Barefoot.
Great champion. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here.
So we truly have had an amazing week here in Myrtle Beach for the 2019 Amateur Long Drive Championship. We've had some great competition, international competition, with a rousing Team Canada that will be back next year. And speaking of next year, we'd like to say great thanks to everybody who's put on the tournament, Brian, and of course Jeff, the Golfaholics, Jared, whose energy is unbelievable. Number 1 in points, Will Cashin from Canada and St. Thomas. From Crit over there, who likes to give tips to guys like Scotty. Scotty's here with the belt. To young Caitlin, who's coming back. She'll be a year older next year, and congratulations, Natalia. We'll all be back August the 13th, 14th, and 15th for the 2020 Amateur Long Drive Championship. So long, everybody.